And because we've got such a wonderful community now, what we've decided is from next month when we do these global Zooms, we will get onto the Zoom of the world leaders that actually takes up to 1,000 people. So we'll be a little bit more organized, but really it's just such a pleasure to see all of you and have all of you and to share Gift of Legacy with you from my heart. Welcome to Gift of Legacy. Like I said, it is a gifting activity, creating abundance, purely by invitation only, and we have been around for 17 months. Just a disclaimer from us, this presentation is for information sharing only. It's not ever to be taken or construed as financial advice. Neither myself nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors, and the information shared today is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect if they follow the guidelines. So Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity that drives the movement of monetary gifts between individuals across the world. It's a new way for communities to generate the perpetual movement of wealth between individuals. And it is a change in thinking where people join together and thrive. We're not here to survive anymore. Now is the time where we are going to thrive. And Gift of Legacy being activity means that it's actually not a company. It literally is a website that allows movement to be done, and so that we can share gifts with one another when it's our turn. So sacred economics, that's what Gift of Legacy is based on. It traces back to the 1960s in the Western world, and it's been off the mainstream media, mainstream for decades, and it's 100% legal. And Ubuntu is an African word. It means communities working together as one. So it's been in tribes for a very long time. It's been in Africa for a very long time. And it really is communities that help one another, and everybody gets a turn to survive and to thrive. So it's a global gifting activity. We are in over 100 countries, and we have been uplifting communities for almost 2 years now, and always creating abundance and self-development. So we help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. When you come in as a gifter, you gift from your heart, generally to somebody that you don't know. Then you share the love when you become a builder and you get people to join. You then become a guide and guide your team, and then you become the legend and you build your legacy. We are a community with the same vision, and that is we want to change lives, and we have already changed so many lives. So how do you start? If you're new to this and you're wondering what this is all about, all you need to do is you enter Gift of Legacy by getting an invitation link from somebody that you know and trust, and then you gift $100 to the legend on the board. It's the one and only time you will ever take money out of your own pockets. Gifting is purely peer-to-peer, very, very important. I'm going to stress this because you will only ever be required to give a gift to a legend who you can see on your board. You'll click on their info box, you'll get their information, you reach out to them privately, and then the gift is exchanged. If anybody contacts you via Telegram and tries to tell you that they want to sell a board and the deal sounds too good to be true, it is. There are a lot of scammers. There are a lot of scammers that know how Gift of Legacy works, and they really try their luck and clone people's Telegram accounts and have really tried to take money from people. So it's really important that you remember you only ever give that $100 to the legend on the board. You can log into your own profile and you'll be able to see that. With regards to gifting, we recommend using Airtime, PayPal, WorldRemit, Revolut, bank transfer. But of course, for us, the biggest thing that we're pushing at the moment is crypto. Crypto is fast, it's worldwide. You can generally send money to one another and gifts to one another in a matter of seconds. And of course, there is no holding of your money like somebody would, like PayPal would do. If they suspect that something weird is going on, they have the right to actually just freeze your account, and they can freeze it for 180 days without giving you any answers. So with crypto, it's really safe, really easy, and there is a lot of information and a lot of training that we've shared on our general Telegram groups as well. Again, there's never any middleman or third party involved ever. And if you are getting involved with a third party, please do your due diligence, do your homework, and make sure that it is a trustworthy third party, or like I always say, make sure that you can just manage your own board and have your own passwords and profiles. So I'm going to explain to you how the boards work. And in the next few slides, you're going to focus on the yellow circle, which will represent you on your journey. But what you do is you join, you get your legend $100. You then share Gift of Legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who will in turn do the same. Remember, Gift of Legacy requires people to move the boards, not necessarily positions, but people will move the boards. Take a look at your journey through the 4 boards. We've got the bronze $100, the silver $400, the gold $1,600, and the platinum $5,000. You'll start as a gifter, move to builder, then guide, and finally become legend. You'll receive gifts on your first cycle through all of the boards, totaling $42,700. Let me repeat that. $42,700, and that is because you're going from bronze to silver to gold and to platinum. $42,700 is definitely much more than $700 over and over again, just by going on one board over and over again. Don't limit your abundance. This is truly a platform where you don't need to limit your abundance with small-minded thinking. Think big. Take that first $500 and get yourself onto the silver board, and then go perpetual with your bronze. You won't be sorry, because when you get to silver, you'll be getting much more than $700. Remember, on your perpetual cycle, should you go perpetual through all of the 4 boards, you will be receiving $49,700 in gifts. So let's go. This is what a board looks like. It's your bronze board. You will enter with $100, and once you go through all of the levels, you will then get to legend, and you will exit with $800. But let's just unpack that a little bit. So here you are. This is your first board. You've got the legend in the middle, a guide on either side, 2 builders on either side, and then of course your gifters on either side. We call this the left hemisphere and then the right hemisphere. So generally, the first gifter will always come in as gifter number 1, but you won't necessarily always be gifter number 1. It will be wherever there's space on the board. But you come in, and then everybody else that belongs to a builder, each builder will have 2 invitees, will then come in. Once the legend has received 4 gifts, we suggest that they can fast track and join the silver board with their first $400 gifts. That way, you've secured a place on the $400 board. You've secured your future for $3,200 down the line, and you are still going to receive gifts on the other side from gifters 5, 6, 7, and 8. How does it get better than that? Well, I'll tell you. So you, as the legend, they will receive $800 in gifts, and then when that board closes, it splits in half, and you become a builder. So you've now gone from gifter to builder. Now you as a builder are responsible for your 2 invitees. So in a perfect world, they would land there. We'll just call them A and B for now. And then of course, the rest of the board will fill. Once all 8 gifts are on the board will close, and then the 2 guides will become legends on 2 separate boards. But you will become a guide. Your 2 gifters will now follow you and become builders, and then they are now going to bring in their gifters, C, D, E, and F, And the beautiful part is now, because you're a guide and your team has filled up the gifted positions, this hemisphere will actually split off and then can become a legend. But this board will still be open until these builders and the guide organize their gifters on the right hemisphere. Now you're a legend. Your original gifters are now guides on either side of you, and their gifters have now become builders, and now their invitees will become your gifters, and you will now receive 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, at 4, what you're going to do is you're going to go and peek onto the silver board, and then you're going to join it, and then make sure to get hold of your legend and ask where you can send this $400, and there you have secured your future. Now you are not limiting yourself to just $800. And of course, on the other side, you will now get also $800 in gifts. The beautiful thing is now you get to keep $300, and you've used $400 to go to silver, and of course, $100 to go onto your perpetual. Now, let's remember that this is the old board. Back to our first original board. You were over here. The board split off. That's why everything is gray here. Should you finish like you did as a legend with all 8 gifts, and the other side of the board is still not complete, this original board of yours will now become your perpetual board. And you will come here wherever there is space. You will land as a gifter, and the rest of your team will follow you, and you will help the other side of the board close. And that is where we use the principle called Ohana, because Ohana means that nobody gets left behind. And we really try and make sure that we look after everybody in our community. And that's why it's so important to make sure that we bring the right people, because so many times there'll be a team working together, and then they get to the side and they see that this builder hasn't done any work, or they presume, but they still push that builder up. And because of the beautiful experience that builder has now had, they will be able to invite more people, and then we'll be able to travel with you. So just going back, remember, out of your $800, you're going to use $400 to go to your silver board, and you are going to use $100 to go to your perpetual bronze, and then you get to keep $300. So you get your $100 back into your pocket, and now you get $200 that you can spoil yourself with, or like I like to do, is just get somebody to come and join this beautiful movement. On your perpetual journey, remember, because you've already used $400 to go onto the silver board, each time you get a legend on perpetual, you will now get to keep $700, and you only need to use $100 to go back into your next perpetual and next perpetual. Now, everybody that you brought onto the first board will follow you and drive the movement onto the board. So it is very important that we make sure that our invitees are inviting, and that their invitees are inviting, because the more people that join your team, the faster and the more certain it will be that you journey through the boards over and over and over again, just like a Ferris wheel to infinity. Board number 2, our silver board. You've entered with $400. You're a good person, and you use those first 4 gifts to get onto the board. And now, once you get to legend, you will receive $3,200. Again, your gifters will follow you. So when you're a builder, when your gift is complete, they will also follow you, and they drive the movement on the board. So that's why it's really important that we make sure our team is strong. Beautiful here is, once you've received $3,200, you're going to use $1,600 to go to that gold board. Again, I would suggest when you get those first 4 gifts, fast track, go to gold, secure your future, make sure that you are now ready to receive $12,800. But for now, you'll enter that for $1,600, and then you use a perpetual $400 to go and ride the silver board again. So of that, you've used $2,000 to go back in. And remember, when you are using that, you are gifting and blessing somebody else in this wonderful community. And I love that, because it's a redistribution of wealth amongst all of us. And now you get to keep $1,200 in your pocket, all for you. And it just keeps getting better, because when you go on your perpetual journey, remember, you don't need to use $1,600 again. You'll only need to ever keep $400 to keep riding your perpetual silver board over and over again. And that means that you get to keep $2,800 in your pocket each time you go around. The third board, the gold board, you entered with your first 4 gifts with $1,600. And when you get to legend, remember, everybody that you've invited is going to travel with you and follow you and push you to legend. You will receive $12,800. You use $5,000 to secure your future on the platinum board. And we suggest take those 4 gifts and use them. And then you will use $1,600 when you complete as a legend to go onto your perpetual cycle. And then, of course, you get to keep $6,200 in your pockets. I don't know about you, but in South Africa, that is a lot of money, and that can make somebody's life really easy for quite a long time. So on your perpetual journey, it's even better, because now you don't have to keep the $5,000 to go ahead. So now you get to keep $11,200 over and over and over and over again. And you can pass it down to your family. You can give it to anybody. It's just such a wonderful legacy to leave for anybody. Last board, $5,000 platinum, and you exit with $40,000. Great thing about this is you only ever have to hold back $5,000 so that you can ride the platinum perpetual board over and over and over and over and over and over again. Remember, all of the success for these 3 boards comes from constantly fueling the bronze board. So you've always got to make sure that wherever you are on your bronze perpetual journey, or wherever your team is, that you are constantly keeping those hot coals in the train. And just a summary on your perpetual journey, remember, on your $100 board, you'll get to keep $700. On your $400, you get to keep $2,800. On your gold board, $1,600 board, you get to keep $11,200. And of course, on platinum, you get to keep $35,000 over and over and over again. And that's why it's so important to make sure that you constantly, whenever you get gifts and you have the opportunity to go perpetual, do it. Because why would you want to lose out on any of these amazing opportunities? So just a summary, first cycle, you will receive $42,700. And on your perpetual cycle, you will receive $49,700 in gifts. Remember, you join by sending an unconditional gift of $100 to the legend of the board. You invite 2 like-minded and like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. You encourage your invitees to do the same, because building 2 by 2 ensures movement of boards. You join the board sequentially. So from 100, you go to 400, 1,600, and 5,000. And believe you me, if you go onto the bronze board and you ride it once and you think, oh, let me just go again and I'll do it the next time, you're in the wrong energy. So more expenses are going to come your way and more things that you need to pay for. So rather just honor yourself and use that first $400 to go higher. You won't regret it, because if everybody does that, everybody will be moving and everybody will be receiving. And remember, you cannot advance to the next board without 2 confirmed invitees. And remember, join your perpetual cycle. Who wouldn't want to? So what makes Gift of Legacy unique? We've got a user-friendly website with an academy full of everything that you need to know. We have an innovative algorithm which has various features to ensure sustainable movement of the boards. We are a worldwide community, and tonight especially my heart is feeling so big because our South Americans are here to show us how it's done, and I really appreciate the wonderful spirit and the community that you have. We have a volunteer support team which provides assistance to the GL community, so please be kind. We have cross-pollination, which will apply when you can't follow your inviter. So if you try to join a board and your inviter's board is full, a pop-up will come and tell you that. And if you still wish to carry on, you will then be cross-pollinated to another board with other people that are all sharing the same vision. And then with fast tracking, it allows you to color your world faster, but I really suggest using it in the way that I explained. When you get your first 4 gifts, you fast track to the next board. So with fast tracking, you don't need extra people. You get your 4 gifts, and then you go and you fast track to the higher boards. So please remember, no promoting on social media. Why? Because this is invite only. It's a personal invitation that you extend from your heart. On social media, it attracts scamming, it attracts the wrong get rich quick kind of idea. So we don't do it at all. Remember, don't fill any spaces, because with every space that you fill, it requires 2 people to push the movement. So rather bring people, because people will be able to bring people. Your cat won't be able to bring people. Remember to be the messenger and not the message. So rather share a recording with somebody and get them to come to a live call, but don't try to explain this on your first go because you're so excited. And there is a lot of training available, which is on our Linktree. We've got a YouTube channel, which is full of information. So please do have a look and go and educate yourself, because there is no stronger power than being educated and being sure of what you're speaking about. So please note that it is important, like in life, there are no guarantees. Your success or failure will really depend on your willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. And remember, it remains your individual responsibility to ensure compliance with the tax laws in your country. You just Google donations tax in my country and all the information will come up. And remember that Gift of Legacy is decentralized. We have no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. And if you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third party, you do so at your own risk. If somebody is offering to sell you a board, please don't take that, because it's not true. And remember, Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer. No funds will ever get paid to anybody besides the legend on your board. And remember that Gift of Legacy participants who have successfully invited their 2 like-minded and like-hearted invitees, they may sponsor a position for Love Hearts. We've also got the Gracious Givers Movement. So Gracious Givers Movement is the non-profit that actually funds the development and the ongoing, very expensive maintenance of this program. So if you would like to donate when you guys get gifts, it's always just so wonderful and much appreciated, you know, if you just give a donation to GGM, because without GGM, we won't have the funds to pay for the program. And the fact that when you log in, there's always a site that you get onto. And we'll just finish with this.
Ha ha ha! Get more out of giving.
Okay, so now for the exciting news, I am going to share some long-awaited stats with all of you. Okay, so this is today, 30th of June. Let's see what we got. So we have 233,180 active users in Gift of Legacy at the moment. We have 136,777 users on our bronze boards. We have 27,302 users on our silver boards. So just to explain, because I get a lot of questions, non-gifters on board means you're either a legend, a builder, or a guide. Gifters on board, you're a gifter on board. And then users not on board means that they haven't actually placed themselves on a board. So they've either not gone onto the higher board or they haven't gone perpetual. So it's one or two of those things. But what I've got written here is 27,302 active users on boards. Our gold board, we've got 4,251 active users. And on our platinum board, we have 694 active users. So you'll see the last time we pulled stats, it was in September, there were 257 active users on platinum. And now we have 694. So Gift of Legacy is doing super well. People are taking 3 months or a year to get to platinum, but they have definitely grown in numbers. And we are very, very excited. So here is what absolutely blew my mind. So how many legends in Gift of Legacy to date? Well, on our bronze boards, we have had 122,941 bronze legends completed. So 122,941 users each collected $800. And that created $98,352,800 worth of beautiful wealth that has been redistributed amongst our community. Our silver board, we've had 3,918 legends completed, and in the $3,200 that they each got gifted, that created $12,537,600. Our gold boards, 327 legends to date, creating $4,185,600 with all of those gifts received. And then we have 60 platinum legends that each received $40,000 that created $2.4 million. The last time that I pulled stats was in September, and we had 32 legends that had completed platinum. So this is absolutely wonderful to see that growth. And no matter what's coming at us, we're still here and we're still going strong. And I'm so, so proud of every single one of you that have stuck it out and have believed in it and have just carried on sharing no matter what. So a total of 127,246 GL legends have been created. And the redistribution of wealth that has been created amongst our global community is $117,476,000 worth of peer-to-peer, unconditional, heart-to-heart gifting. Now that is just absolutely insane. $117,476,000. I don't even want to try and convert that into my currency because there won't be enough space on the screen. So that is just absolutely wonderful. I am so happy that I was able to share that with all of you.